Well, good morning, guys. XTJX here. It's currently Monday, September 9th, 2019, and I want to talk about the upcoming Apple event tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tomorrow is going to be an unveiling of a lot of things, but what are we going to expect? I know we're going to expect the iPhone 11. Let me go into that first. It's going to be like three lenses in the back, and it's going to be like a box shaped camera, like pretty much the Apple Watch is pretty much going to be like a mini Apple Watch on the back of your phone. That's how big the camera is. And what are they going to name it? Is it going to be the iPhone 11? Or it could be a different name. I've heard iPhone 11, and then for the bigger one, iPhone 11 Pro, iPhone 11 Plus. Who knows what it could be called? You know, it could be the 11 Max. It could be the 11 Pro. Who knows what it could be? And that's all I pretty much know about it. And the Apple logo is supposed to be centered on the back. I think they're doing this because so you can charge your other devices such as your AirPods, your other phones, your whatever you can charge on the back. Like I'm not sure about batteries and stuff like that, but yeah, you can charge stuff on the back of it with the center logo. Now I'm going to go into the Apple Watch Series 5. Is it coming this year? Who knows? I've heard specs it's supposed to be coming this year, then I've heard specs it's not supposed to be coming this year. I've heard they're going to start doing the lineup like, you remember how they started with the iPhone 4, and then they went to the 4S? I think they are speculating that it might go in that pattern, like they might make an Apple Watch 4S or something to that nature. I'm not sure what they would call it since it's still an iPhone. God, I can't talk. Apple Watch 4, Series 4. So, are they going to make a Series 5 this year, or are they just going to go into a pattern like making a 4S type of model for the watch? I'm not sure what's going to happen as far as that goes. I mean, they might not even make another Apple Watch this year, but I've seen leaks where it's had titanium and ceramic backs or fronts. It's supposed to be back and front, I think. I'm not really sure, but that's what it's supposed to be. But who knows if it's coming? It may come and it may not come. My next subject is the Apple Tag, or the Apple Tile-like device they're supposed to be coming out with. They say it's supposed to be better than the Tile. Actually, I've actually got two Tiles, and they work okay to me, but they don't work to their best potential. I mean, I think they could be better. I mean, I've got them on my keys and my wallet, and the one on my keys is pretty loud, but the one in my wallet, not so loud. Sometimes I can barely hear it, sometimes I can hear it, sometimes I can't hear it. But anyways, there was a code in the iOS 13 that showed a tag-like device in the system for the iOS 13. It showed up tag in the description. So does that mean a tile-like device is coming, or an Apple Tag or something like that? Who knows? I mean, it could come and it couldn't come. Most of these leaks I've seen over the years have pretty much been spot on as far as like the iPhone goes and the watch goes and the predictions go. It's pretty much been spot on. So I am about 90% sure that the Apple Tag is coming to devices, and then you're going to be able to track your other devices such as your keys, your wallet, your bag, possibly your purse if you're a girl, such and such. Now I'm going to go into the subject of iOS 13.1. Why did they skip iOS 13 and go to iOS 13.1? I've heard it's because they didn't have enough time to finish the actual 13, and they're trying to get it onto the devices that's already being made, so that way they can ship iOS 13 in time. Is that true? Don't know. Don't know what it could be once the new iPhones hit the market. It could be, I mean, we could see a 13 update and then it automatically go to 13.1. I'm not sure. This is the first year Apple's ever done something like this, as far as I know. I mean, I don't really know what to expect. Like, every year it's always been like the 12 update or the 11 update. It hasn't been like 11.1 or 12.1. So I don't know what to expect as far as that goes, and I don't know really why they did it. They say it's because they didn't have enough time to finish iOS 13 itself, and they wanted to hurry up and put it on devices that's coming on September 20th, they claim, but I don't know. I mean, pre-orders for the iPhone will start on September 13th, I've heard, and they will actually be in store on September 20th. So, could that have been why they rushed iOS 13 out the door? I mean, is that why they phased it out? Is because they want to hurry up and put it on the devices so that way they can have iOS 13? I know iOS 13 is an unfinished product because they skipped it from iOS 13 to iOS 13.1. And they're missing some features in iOS 13 that is in iOS 13.1. Like, I've heard something about animations or something like that. There's in the shortcuts. I think it's back in 13.1 instead of 13. And I've just heard all kinds of stuff, you know. Next, I'm going to go into Apple Arcade as far as that goes. Apple Arcade is supposed to be a monthly fee of $4.99, I've heard from Mac Rumors. They're supposed to be doing a $4.99 monthly subscription to the Apple Arcade, where you can access up to 100 games or more on the Apple Arcade store. But who knows what it's going to be like. I mean, the games could actually be pretty decent, or the games might actually be pretty trashy. Who knows what it could be. I mean, we've got a whole book of possibilities that's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, we don't know what's going to come out. So, yeah. Next, I've heard they're going to talk about new MacBook Pros and the new MacBook, when it's coming, and stuff like that. We're not really sure if we're getting a new Mac this year. We possibly are, we possibly aren't. I've heard Macs, iPads. They already did a refresh on the iPod, so no iPod. Oh yeah, and they're supposed to be coming out with a SE2. I've heard rumors in March 2020. That's what I've heard, that they're going to be doing an S2 that's going to look like an iPhone 8, but it's still going to have Touch ID and all this. It's not going to have Face ID. It's going to be like an 8 with a better processor. I'm not sure if the camera is going to be like the new iPhones are, like that boxy look. I'm not really sure. We just have to wait till tomorrow and find out. I think there was more subjects I was going to go into, and I'm trying to think as I talk, what those subjects were. And I know I haven't did a video in a while, guys. I've just been going through a lot and trying to figure out life itself. So I do apologize if I haven't had the time to do any videos. And for a moment, I want to thank y'all for liking my RCA position video. Is it worth it? I've had over 1,000 views on that video, and I want to thank y'all for your support and watching it and actually giving me some feedback on what you think about it. That's pretty cool. But I'm trying to think of more Apple stuff, guys. Oh yeah, 12.4, iOS 12.4, you can jailbreak. I've got it on my iPad mini 2 and my old iPhone 5S. You can jailbreak it. Just don't upgrade to 12.4.1. If you want a jailbroken device, you better go back to iOS 12.4 before they quit signing it and download that jailbreak. Because if you're still on iOS 12.4.1, you're not going to be able to jailbreak. You'd have to downgrade down back to 12.4 and do a jailbreak. So you better, guys, if you want a jailbroken phone and you've got an old phone like I do and an old iPad, you better get to downloading, because that's probably going to be the last version of 12 is 12.4.1. I don't see them coming out with a 12.4.2, which they might. Who knows? They might come out with it. But, yeah. Trying to think of another subject. I already went over the watch, the tag, the iPhone. Oh yeah, the 10R or the 11R or whatever they're going to call it. They're supposed to be coming out with two different colors, green and lavender. And it's supposed to be this box camera, but it's only supposed to have two lenses instead of three like the new iPhones are going to have. So it's going to have two lenses instead of three. So I'm not really sure what to think about that, but they're still going to do it like the box. So that way it kind of flows with the new iPhones. And, oh yeah, I already told you about iOS 13 when it's supposed to come out. They say, I'm predicting September 17th or 18th, either that next Tuesday or Wednesday. And they're going to come out with a new iPhone on that Friday. So iOS usually ships about 3 to 4 days before the new iPhones hit. Either 2 to 3, somewhere in there. But is it all going to come this year? Like, is the Apple Watch Series 5 coming this year? Is the Apple Tag coming this year? We don't know. All we are going by is rumors right now. It's just these rumors floating around Facebook and YouTube and all these other sources, Twitter. Who knows what we're going to expect tomorrow? I mean, these last events have been kind of dull, honestly. WWDC was kind of dull. And, oh yeah, that's another subject I want to go into, is the watchOS 6. The watchOS 6 is supposed to be like being more independent from the iPhone, like having its own app store, having its, oh yeah, you can also do updates over the watch on Apple Watch OS 6, watchOS 6. You're supposed to be doing like over-the-air updates for software updates, its own app store. See, it's trying to come more independent from your phone, so that way you don't have to have your phone as much, which is pretty good, pretty cool. And the watch faces on it are pretty cool also. I mean, you've got your California dial, you've got the California face with the blue, that's pretty cool. And you got many more. And that will be watchOS 6. Trying to think of something else. Gosh, there's just so many subjects on Apple as far as that goes. But I think I've pretty much covered them all as far as what to expect tomorrow. We're possibly going to expect the Apple Tag and the Apple Watch Series 5. I've already went over Arcade, iPhone 11, the watch, the jailbreak on 12.4, the Apple Tag. What else was there? I don't really think there was nothing else, guys. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I'll probably do another video tomorrow to tell you guys what I thought of the Apple September event and the new products coming out. So guys, peace out, and I'll see you later.